Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's tournament, live from the UMG studio. It is Lando Sanders doing some commentating for you guys. Tonight, we've got the 4v4 Search and Destroy only on Infinite Warfare. Should obviously be a fun time, and our first two teams that we're looking at are Ohnose and Jimothy. Of course, both not really official organizations or anything like that, but still interesting to watch some of these players do battle it out in our current round in this tournament. Of course, like I said, it is Search and Destroy only. We're already hopping in here toward round number 1. Ohnose going to be on the offensive side. Sniffed right now, rocking the K-bar. Going to hop inside of observation. Of course, swaps back to that ERAD. So he's going to get those first few confidence rounds, what I like to call them. Beginning of the game, trades come in. It looks like now it's all going to be up to Kurtboy in a 1-on-2. Finds one. Would be a 1 versus 3 clutch. We'll see what he can obviously try and do here. As it looks like Zip's going to go on Vin to get this bomb down. Now keep in mind, this map was recently taken off of the CWL rotation, so when it comes down to competitive, these guys do have played on LAN or play for a competitive team. Not a map that you're going to see all the time. Nice line sight gain there from Kurtboy, so he's going to have a little bit of an idea as to where these players are, but if you do look at their current positioning, they're both watching each other's back, so with that information should be gained. And not a whole lot of time left for Kurtboy to try and make a play happen. That's one player just opts for the bomb, fires some shots, but this is just not looking like a round that's going to go his way. It should all be in favor of Ohnose for this first round. Looks like pretty tight competition, though. And he actually just misses that player off to his left. So round number 1 going to go to the Ohnose crew. Of course, as we do hop into the first few rounds, you can obviously break down a few of the details of the tournament and whatnot. Like I said, it is a 4v4 Search and Destroy only here on Infinite Warfare. Of course, as we do kind of we're going to go through like the last few pages of Infinite Warfare this season. Obviously very interesting. Let's see how these last few tournaments do go. If you guys also have any recommendations, if you're in the chat right now, do you have any recommendations that any of your friends are playing or any pros that you see are playing in this tournament, feel free to tweet at us at UMG Online or at UMG Events to let us know, because we'll obviously try to hop on board with them. A few players going on the wall run. Trapum nearly finds both of them. Only 2 left for the side of Jimothy before I can even say that. Kurtboy left yet again in a clutching situation, and he will not find that one either. Ohnose now going to be up 2 rounds to 0. It's looking good, are these boys? Finds one. Finds the second there from Zapped. Let's take a look at the player names as well as the overall kills right now. For the side of Ohnose, looks like we've got a Trapum or Trapum, Zapped, Sniffed, and Awope. And from the side of Jimothy, it's Kurtboy, Clarity, Binks, and Tiny. Currently right now, major kill getters at the start is Kurtboy from his team, of course, only 4-2. Of course, not yet with a round victory, and 3-0 right now for Zapped. Gonna look at Zapped right now. You see he's obviously working for him at the moment. So they're making their way. Pretty aggressive rush right now into observation. Player immediately peeks out. Trapum's gonna be able to not have that work out in his favor. A few kills gained yet again. A 2-on. Would be a 2 versus 4 clutch if they can clutch this one out. Sniffed finds one roaming through that backside map, and just like that, another map gone there for the side of Jimothy. That's an intense fall right there. Didn't actually think you could literally hit the ground, but whatever. Regardless, it'll work out. And Kurtboy just nearly able to find out Sniffed. At least, I mean, for the first few rounds that we've been able to see so far, both teams kind of ironing each other out and kind of getting a little bit of an idea as to what to expect. We've seen quite a few of the B pushes. We doubt we see anything kind of lingering over toward A. Just a difficult bomb site to take, but if you do attempt it, you can definitely catch the enemy off guard. But regardless of that, another A hit. Trophies down. The side of Jimothy trying to set up camp, but kills already starting to go their way. 4 players already dropping in the lobby, and Kurtboy yet again is left in a position to clutch, and he can't find anything. Ohnose now up to a 3-1 start. Pretty much all consistency for the guys on Ohnose. 4 kills for 3 players. The other side, Kurtboy can't clutch him every time. 5-3 right now for him, as they're desperately needing to make a little bit of a comeback here. For those who are curious about what maps to expect, we're at least guaranteed a Search and Destroy on Retaliation for map number 2. Of course, these are best of 3s. And if we do see a map 3 between these two, we're going to be seeing S&D on Breakout. Personally, one of my more favorite maps for Search and Destroy. And right now, Ohnose is feeling pretty confident. They're going to be making a mid-map rush, potentially going over toward that A site. Looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. 2 players dropping, and nearly a turn on there for Sniff, but not able to find that one in the end. Awope now left in a 1-on-2 situation. This could be a big round for Ohnose as far as confidence is considered, and one that Jimothy really can't afford to lose. Tiny and Clarity making their way back here toward that B site, just trying to play together. Smart play, obviously, in the end. So they're going to be ramping back here toward the backside of Hangar. Well, they are in his tracks. He's still pretty far away. They could get a potential meeting over toward this wall run or maybe inside a hallway. Both actually players are on the wall run right now. Awope just grabs that bomb. Thankfully, he does have that K-bar in hand because he's going to need it for these close quarter engagements, but they're going to pick him off. Good play there from Jimothy. And honestly, what they really could have done in that situation, just have both players sit on opposite bomb sites, but no, they play the lanes together. They kind of walk, hold hands throughout the entire map. And they're obviously able to close it out. So smart plays there in the end from Jimothy, trying to bring this one back. They were obviously down 3 rounds to 1. And we'll see if they can get some momentum under them. Kurt Boy, hot start for him. Of course, the tied for the most kills, along with Zapped and Awope from the other side. Already gained the FTL jump. And it looks like the side of Jimothy not content with this play. They're going right back around. Most likely toward this A site. Question being, what does Ohnose do in this situation? Do they read this one out? Do they try something different? Player number 1, Trapum, is trying to watch that cross. He might have actually gained a little bit of information with that switch, and Ohnose is kind of realizing, hey, it's a little bit too quiet. It looks like he's going to spot that one player just rotating through Hangar, and here come the gunfights. One player already dropping. Binks ends up falling. Kurtboy responds with one. Kills continuing to go down. Actually rocks the FTL jump, but nothing will come of it, and just like that, Awope now left in a 1-on-2 NV4 in hand. 11 shots. And no kills with it. 3 rounds to 3 is Jimothy making a smart play here. So they try to go over toward that B site. Doesn't really work out. They wrap all the way around, and in the end, the set of Ohnose was not able to recoup from that change. So a team wraps all the way around. They even spot them. They're ready and waiting for that, that push to come in through hallway or toward wall run. They can't make much of it. So with that, Jimothy with a little bit of momentum. Clarity picking it up. 7-3 now for him. Actually has the active camo. Is 150 points away from that first streak. Nades coming out. Here comes the active camo. We'll see what he can try to do with it. Trying to get as far in the back of the enemy lines as possible. One player sees that one just a little bit too late. And Clarity will escape, but only for the time. The active camo gets rocked. He earns the streak, but all 3 of his teammates die in the end. They got to know at least an idea of his positioning. He has an ERAD at range. What can that do for you? Would the streak be good to use in this situation? Probably not. And he is 100 points away from that bombardment. Would definitely be in his best intentions to try and stay alive. Not going to jump off the map most likely. You can obviously see the overall earn rates from the side of Ohnose at the moment, as it looks like it will be Clarity who decides to kind of save in this round. Maybe he tries to go for a final peek quick, but he's got to be aware of his positioning. A little bit too aggressive, could not pay off for him, and yep, it's not going to pay off. Not going to earn that bombardment, at least for now. As Ohnose, I'm honestly not even sure how they end up taking this round. Of course, that one player rocks the active camo, gets toward the end of the base. I think that was Clarity who rocks the active camo. And they just immediately pick those players off after going to that B site. So with that, we'll see what Jimothy tries to do. Of course, they got some momentum back. They won, I think it was 2 rounds straight. And started to use those payloads pretty well. Of course, we can take a look at the earn rates from either team. Sniffed currently with the FTL jump. Awope with active camo. As Ohnose will now be on the offensive. Binks already getting picked off for that first blood. Jimothy actually has the longbow out, feeling pretty confident, but in the end, it's Kurtboy who actually finds 2 big kills. Ohnose now left in a position to try and clutch. I think we end up seeing a streak maybe even being called in there for the moment. It looks like Trapum ends up getting a nice kill, quickly traded there by Kurtboy yet again. 9-6 and nearly make it 10-6. Not sure who's going to be able to awarded that kill. But Jimothy not going down without a fight, man. Just as things start to go down, yes, it actually is Kurtboy. Finds one, and nice team shots will equal him out for the second. Kurtboy now up to 10 kills after 8 rounds. Along with Clarity, 8-4. From the other side, pretty much consistency. 7-6, the highest. That one's going over toward Awope. Will we see a different site hit? No, looks like we're going to be continuing on with B. Trapum playing pretty aggressive right now. Notice he does have that blackout grenade in his back pocket. That is very lethal, to say the least. No pun intended. as it will be snipped in the back, currently with that bomb, trying to get it down. Is currently planting that one at the moment. Looks like the side of Jimothy just trying to play safe, and it looks like player number 6 in the back is Clarity. If only he had the active camo now. Immediately on the flank, actually ends up finding one, but quickly gets traded. That's at least going to break the setup for Jimothy for the time being, and just like that, Kurtboy finds one. Give me the second. No, he can't find that one. Rocks the FTL jump, but it'll only jump into the wall. That's really about it. Not able to get a kill in the end for that one. That's now going to be Ohnose. Finding this one. Kurtboy yet again. I feel like every time that we see a player from the sort of Jimothy needing to clutch, it's him. He's not been able to do it just due to the inconsistencies, really, the difficulties of clutching in these rounds. So with that, we'll see what Ohnose tries to do, as they will now be on defense again. And Jimothy trying something new, trying something different. We've seen them hit this once, but after a failed hit over at B, they're going to immediately go for A, and it looks like Trapum is going to be here, holding this angle just outside of that wall run room near a closet. He's going to see that Fletcher just go right over his head. As it looks like players start to go on the wall run. Kills already found. Zapped ends up finding Tiny. Binks ends up finding Zapped in the end. Looks like kills going down. Zap finds one. Clarity ends up getting shut down yet again. Now it's all left up to Kurtboy yet again, and a 1-on-2, and nearly finds a kill. And yes, he actually finds both of those. Just when we talk about how this guy has been in a number of different clutching situations, can he do it? He does. Give me one, give me two, and give me three. Incredible plays from Kurtboy. I think he's up to 14 kills now. Yeah, 14 and 7. Absolutely a dominant performance right now from Kurtboy. Definitely the reason why Jimothy is still in this game, and the reason why we are headed to a round 11. Speaking of such, let's take a look at the payloads. Anybody got streaks? A Wolt with active camo. Definitely want to stay on board with him. Just going through all players, see if we have any streaks. So nothing really for Jimothy. Only gun skill is what they're going to have to rely on when it comes down to this round 11. Payload gets rocked. A Wope rocking the active camo. Finds that one for the first blood. Escapes with his life. That's big. 2 players left alive. Clarity, nice, close. Quarter matchup there for him. Rocks the E-Red and is able to finish that one off. Trapum is very close to that reactive armor, but at this point, really, only a kill will do. Of course, you see that Centurion there in the back, just kind of locking off that cave side, and players are very close to each other. Zap finds one, can't find the second, down to a 1-on-1, and Clarity not able to get around the corner in time. They hung together a little bit too close, and just when you start to think that Jimothy could have made that comeback after a 1-on-3 clutch, in the end, it just wasn't meant to be. So map number 1 is going to go over toward the side of Ohnose. Major props to them as we'll obviously get ready to load in here toward Retaliation, Search, and Destroy for map number 2. I believe that is going to be on Jimothy's host. So we're going to pull up the maps really quick to kind of take a look at what is to expect when it comes down to this overall series. Of course, like I said, a pretty hot start for the guys on either team. Already a nice round 11 matchup that we ended up getting to see in that particular game. But of course, 6-5, this one going the way of Ohnose. Retaliation, Search, and Destroy will be up for map number 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 4v4 Search and Destroy, only here on Infinite Warfare, of course, presented by UMG Online. I'm Lando, live from the studio right now. We're hopping in here toward our second map of our first series, at least casting-wise here, of course, live. We've got Jimothy going up against Ohnose, as we'll be on board with Jimothy here off the break. Of course, Retaliation, Search, and Destroy here for map number 2. It was a very close match in our first game. It was a 6-5 victory for the side of Ohnose. As I was looking at the chat, actually, I did receive word. It's actually Trapum, and I apologize for that. Just speaking of him, he actually ends up getting dropped down. Tiny finding one and out zapped. Before I can even out of the words. In a clutching situation, 1v2, 1v3, something along those lines, but not able to get inside a bike shop before he ends up getting picked off. And I was getting ready to say, Kurtboy, big player in our last match. Well, I think he ended up dropping at least 14 kills. Was a part of a round 10, 1-on-3. Every single kill actually was in the final kill cam. So he's definitely someone to be looking out for when it comes down to the Jimothy side. We saw pretty much consistent gameplay, though, from the side of Ohnose. So I'm not really looking at one particular player. But we'll see how they obviously play this one out. Of course, another hit here over toward this B site. This is going to be the more preferred one of the two. And shots already coming in. Nice actual shot there from coming in from Zap, but Jimothy is just having their way in these first 2 rounds. I mean, we're seeing pretty much similar gameplay in both of these matches. J-Banks finds one, ends up finding the second there over on Platt. So Ohnose kind of caught off guard, I think it's fair to say. Of course, we did switch host. I want to mention that as well. Jimothy now hosting in this map number 2. Tiny from the side of Jimothy now going to have the bomb in his hands. Immediate rush actually coming in from the side of Ohnose. They don't even care at this point. Binks actually finds 2 of those kills. I think it'd be an ace if he finds this one as well. I think that's the ace. The ace from J Binks. He's found 7 kills and we've only been in 3 rounds. I want to see this kill cam again. Nice turn on there as well. Of course, getting that team information. I think that, yeah, a few shots, a team shot there from Tiny as well. But Binks, props, 7 and 1. Instead of Ohnose, 4 and 12 right now. Only Zapped and a Wope finding kills up to this point. We'll see what they try to do when it comes down to their offensive hits, because this one, not at all similar to the last, as Jimothy at least trying to force that map number 3 after losing a heart-wrenching round 11 here. Kills going down. A Wope finding one, Zap finding the other. Clarity coming around the corner. He's going to get caught out rushing with that E-Rad in hand, and now Tiny left in a 1-on-4, and just like that, Ohnose quick to shut them down as well. So we've seen pretty aggressive gameplay when it comes down to these first few rounds. Both teams not really having any issues running at each other, feeling pretty confident, you'd most likely say. And a Wope, nice little fading shot there with the NV4, escaping out of that bedroom despite having a Fletch in his face. But you can obviously see Binks already earning a Scarab, a few points, I mean literally a few points away from earning that overdrive as well. As it looks like the side of Jimothy could be making a hit here over toward A, potentially at least a delayed hit here over toward A. We're going to see what the side of Ohnose wins to do here on the offensive. So they've got 2 sitting toward that A site, 1 in middle, and player number 8, that is a Wope. Playing pretty passively here at that B site, just kind of sitting just outside of market right now, waiting for the call of his team. But it seems that the delayed push maybe making Ohnose start to question a little bit. Of course, they're really just forming a full straight line, just watching every single lane that's possible. If there is anyone who's going to see something, it would be Zapped in this position. I believe he just misses that push from happening. Of course, the Wope is in the back. He has the NV4, but he only has 1 line sight. And it's difficult to spot anyone from this angle. With that being the case, Tiny is going to earn that. Scarab gets called out. That one's at least going to clear out the stairs for the side of Jimothy. We'll see how the push ends up coming in from the side of Ohnose right now. How does the retake work? How can they push this one out? Having a lot of players focused over toward that Platt side. Spawning players in the corner. Can he find the kill? This is big, but no, Zap isn't able to find that one. A Wope finds the other. So a trade coming in. Binks adding more kills toward his total. 8 and 2 now. And it looks like just in that way, retake not going to go through. Tiny sitting inside a bedroom, finds one. Finds trap him. Got it right this time. Over in Platt as well. So Jimothy, 4 rounds to 1. Ohnose, granted they've looked good in a few times. They've just won kind of unfortunate, or had some unfortunate gunfights not go their way when it comes down to this round, but still, we'll see what obviously provides us here in this round number 6. One player quick to hop out of that bedroom. I believe that was player number 1, Binks. Quickly backs up. As it will be Ohnose now on the offensive. Of course, played pretty slow in that defensive round that we just witnessed in round number 5. Here in round number 6, playing pretty much the same on offense. A Wope, most likely, yeah, I was going to say, with that NV4 over toward A. Probably trying to play the numbers a little bit, firing some shots from afar. I say playing the numbers a little bit, trying to maybe take a page out of Jimothy's book, making them think that, hey, a delayed push when you guys the round, and made the other team think that we were going toward A. Ohnose taking the same strategy and maybe trying to make instead of Jimothy think they are going A. But when in fact, sniffed. Getting that bomb down here over on that B site. Shooting some shots from afar. Tiny actually spots bomb planter, finds one. He knows exactly what the other player is as well. In bike shop right now, this player needs to stay alive and Zap will fall. Quick pinch. And some extra shots there from Tiny. Going to let him know that they're going to be up 5 rounds to 1. Vending to give that diffuse toward him, as he's going to be close toward those Scorchers and should earn, actually no, I believe patch not too long ago made it so you can't earn toward that payload in the end there. So reactive armor not going to be earned. However, Jimothy not really needing one of those at the moment. They have started a massive in a massive way and have not looked back. Overdrive rocked from Binks. Going to get closer toward that catwalk side. One player from afar. That is going to be, I believe, player number 8, Awoke. Currently sitting inside a market. MV4 shots exchange at afar, and it looks like Tiny with that bomb down. Is he going to be able to realize the player is rushing him right now? He's going to have his teammates watching his back, and that's going to be Binks. Finds that one, but quickly is traded there from Zapped, so 9-3. Will Binks be able to add another kill toward that total? Or will his teammates clutch up is the question. It looks like they definitely could. Sniffed, finding one out. Now it's left up to Clarity. 1-on-2, finds one. Zapped just around the corner. Can he find this one? But no, Zapped is going to be there. So Ohnose is going to stay alive for a little bit longer, as he's going to find that one. A big round for his team. Is they're not done just yet. We'll see what Ohnose can try and provide. It's by no means going to be easy. See just a nice line sight. Good overall win there from Zapped. Spots player going from cover to cover and really just has to pop out and finish off the kill. So if you're just joining us, of course we are in map number 2. Map number 1 on Scorch went 6-5 in Ohnose's favor. And Jimothy really has kind of taken this game for their own and kind of walked all over the side of Ohnose. We'll see what they can do on offense, having to be perfect if they want to at least force a round 11 in this scenario. Of course, Streaks coming in. They need to back up. Tiny finding at least one of those, finding 2 of those as well. But at least Awope is able to respond. That's a big kill that he earns. Actually, having the active camo, he needs to stay alive. They might need this active camo to maybe clutch a future round, maybe even this one itself. 2-on-2. Tiny and Binks, both with 9 kills. And 9 kills really combined for Sniff and Awope, but Awope, excuse me, actually gets dropped, and I believe they might have spotted Sniff, maybe not. Tiny and Binks now on the bomb, close quarter, gunfight, but no, Sniff actually is going to hit him across the face, and now Binks, is he on the bomb? Yes! Binks going to finish that one off. He obviously earned the communication, the call-up from his team, and that melee is only a memory at this point, as that's going to be Binks finishing off 11-3 along with the defuse. And a victory here as they're going to win this one 6-2. Quick look at our final scorecard, of course, as we get ready to head back and get our thoughts actually on map number 3. Binks finishing off 11-3, 9-5 for Tiny. And Trap him. Welcome to the agency, my pal. Welcome to the agency. Always an unfortunate soul when we have to add someone to the agency. I've actually been added to the agency many, many times. However, it's always fun to add another member to the club. But still, guys, map number 3, actually, we're going to be seeing some breakout, search, and destroy. Should obviously be an interesting one, to say the least. And I really don't know. I really don't know how to call this one. I really don't. I want to obviously get the chat's opinions when it comes down to it. I want to get your guys' thoughts on who you guys think is going to obviously take the victory. Well, we're going to head to a quick commercial break. While you get those thoughts, while I get my thoughts ready as well, my predictions ready for this map number 3, we're going to head to a quick commercial break. Welcome back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to map number 3 between Ohnose and Jimothy. We're currently in the quarterfinals here of the 4v4 S&D only. Of course, it's myself, Lando. We're having a party right now here on the UMG Events Twitch channel. I'm live from the studio at the moment, as we've seen a very interesting series up to this point. Let's kind of break things down for you guys. Map number 1 ended up going over toward Ohnose. They won that one in a round 11 on Scorch. Map number 2 that we just witnessed did not play the same way. We saw pretty much a dominant performance from the side of Jimothy, winning that one at 6-2. We'll see what they can obviously try and provide when it comes down to map number 3. Feel free to leave your guys' predictions in the chat below. I want to kind of see a few of those, get your guys' thoughts on this one. I'm personally thinking of Jimothy. I'm really thinking we see Jimothy walk away with the victory just because of their dominant win on retaliation. Breakout kind of plays the same way. I wouldn't say it plays the same way, but it definitely kind of relies more on the K-Bar MV4 action. Scorch was kind of really about E-Rans and how well you use your nades. So I'm personally going with the side of Jimothy. Kurt Boy starting off 3-0. We saw Binks have a big performance in map number 2. I think Kurt Boy as well had 14 or 15 kills in that loss on Scorch. So we'll obviously see how things do line out. Ohnose now going to be on the offensive. It's Zap finding a first blood. Is going to play big for them when it comes down to offensive rounds. Definitely the lesser of the two that you like to be on. Tiny trying to spot a few players inside of Medbay. One player actually going to be in the back. Thankfully, Clarity, that is a teammate. Inside a garage. We'll see what Ohnose can try and how they can really set up. Trap him. Already finding a kill, so a major step up from that last game. Can he find a second kill is the question. Nope, not going to find that one. Kurtboy and Clarity responding for 2. Clarity quickly gets met. Now it's left up to Kurtboy in a clutching situation. 1-on-2, 20 seconds to work with. Still needing to defuse that bomb. Finding someone in medbay. Player going to be on the bomb. Is he able to spot that one? No, he's tagging up players left and right, but a kill is not going to be, in the end, what he gets. It's going to be Ohnose holding on to that bomb. A whoop. Nice knowledge there to kind of throw that bomb there toward P stairs. Or should we throw that nade while holding the head glitch on bomb? Definitely going to gain the information that he needs and is able to at least delay that player for the time. 4-1 for Kurtboy after 2 rounds. This guy is absolutely destroyed in our first few games. Binks as well in map number 2. Like I said, from Ohnose, it's really been a pretty overall similar kind of style. Everyone kind of playing pretty consistently for the most part. Jimothy on the offensive here. Player number 7 in the back. Zap already going to spot out that one, calling out to his teammates, letting them know that the push toward B is a likely one. Nade taken toward Binks. NV4 in hand. Spots, oh my gosh, actually spots the leg of one player quickly. Makes short work of him. 2-on-3. Nice line sight gained there for Tiny. Nearly gets gifted the second kill. However, it's not going to work out in the end. A lot of congestion inside of medbay. You can see Clarity around the corner. MV4 is able to shut down Zap. Of course, had a teammate with them to kind of finish off that kill if need be. However, Jimothy winning 2 out of the first 3 rounds. Seven and 2 combined for Clarity and Kurtboy, as they are now going to be on defense at the moment. Looks like Kurtboy might have spotted someone in that opposite side. Opposite story, too. Could toss that a nade toward middle just to maybe try to gain some information. I like the camo from Sniffed. Very pretty. Very nice. It's immediately going to be a 3-on-3 scenario. Ohnose, what do they do in this situation? They actually have full control over B, at least for the time. Whoa. Responsible player toward that backside garage and tries to find another one here. Holding that angle. Player on bomb now. All left's going to be up is Clarity. And that one's not going to go his way. So round and round we go. Ohnose taking this round number 4. I'm curious to see what happened in this final kill cam. So Sniff comes from behind. Easy first pick. And due to Clarity not really having a player who had enough health or even really was in a position to kind of change the tide of that team fight, is easily going to be dropped. So with that, I want to see the payload progression up to this point. Looks like Kurtboy very close to that FTL jump. Of course, it's one of the obviously the quickest payload to earn. It's not surprising to see that. Binks, 1-3 start. Taking some shots from the back from his teammates. Not obviously a nice thing to experience in the early game, the early round. Spots one in medbay. This should be a pretty easy rush, as it's going to be Tiny who finds that gunfight. See a lot of players kind of focusing over here toward those P stairs. Sniffed actually, just as I say that, Tiny and Clarity shut down 2 of his teammates. And now Sniffed, left in a 1-on-4. Would be smart for Binks, yeah, to go and get that bomb down, does exactly that. So Sniffed, a bomb needs to be defused, and 4 kills need to be earned, as he's not going to do either of those tasks. Not even 1 kill found. And with that, a good overall take of the site there from Jimothy to kind of shut down that player inside of medbay, and from there, they rush onto the site. Find those players on P stairs, and Sniff not really able to do a whole lot there when his teammates drop in those close quarter gunfights. So with that, Jimothy now up 3 rounds to 2. Looking pretty good. My pick. Staying strong, I guess. It's 1 round. It really is just 1 round. As much as I want to give myself credit and saying, no, I predicted Jimothy to win, it's a 1 round. It's 1 round advantage. So we'll see if Ohnose can make me bite my tongue, as they're now going to be on offense, making their way here toward B yet again. No one actually here toward that B site. Binks already found. Now we'll see what Jimothy can try to do here. Immediate player dropped in just like that. 2-on-4 scenario. Shots coming in there from Kurtboy Clarity as well to kind of hang back. Kurtboy going to be inside of Laundry right now. Player just to the left. Surely he spots that leg. He does. So kill found. 2-on-3 now. Nice kill there coming in from Clarity as well. Could this be a 2-on-4 clutch? It looks like it could be. Kurtboy now left in a 1-on-1 versus Zap. Goes in the wall run. Where exactly is he? FTL jump, I guess. Gets right to try and escape that scenario, but in the end, it's not going to work out at all. So nice melee there from Zapped. As these two guys, both Clarity and Kurtboy, trying to clutch the 2-on-4. Going to be silence there in the end. In that 1-on-2. So we're looking at the defensive setup right now for the side of Ohnose. It looks like, of course, we're going to see another B hit. Not anything out of the ordinary, but how do they hold this one? Do we see a delayed push from the side of Jimothy? So they're going to be holding kind of inside cave. A little bit of a slower push than normal. Trying to find those, maybe that first blood inside of medbay, but it looks like we're going to see kills go the opposite way. 2 versus 2 immediately. Tiny finding another one. Trap him. Holding that angle instead of medbay with NV4. Kind of a slow play from the side of Jimothy. I wasn't for sure if we were going to see a similar play to that first round, or that second game, excuse me, where they kind of played a little bit slower on retaliation. Trying to make the set of Ohnose make the mistakes, but either way, we find ourselves in a 1-on-1 here in round number 7. The game really is in Tiny's hands at this point. He does have the bomb, thankfully, but not a whole lot of time left. Does he go for a plant, or does he just try to trap him off guard? Trap him sitting inside a garage right now. Could just kind of peek over at B. And Tiny is really waiting this one out. He's trying to obviously wait for that player to kind of overexpose himself. That's not what he's going to be seeing. It looks like both players spot each other, and Trap him would be smart just to kind of hang out here. Doesn't have to challenge this one until the very end. Yes, he's going to walk away with the round. It will be Jimothy who picks up this one. Very odd challenge, to say the least, from Trapham. Really didn't have to challenge this whatsoever. And Tiny wins the gunfight. So I found myself questioning that. I wasn't for sure if I should really call that out, but yeah. No reason to challenge that. Player's not planting the bomb. And that player who was going to originally, which is Tiny, walks away with the victory. So odd play there from the set of Ohnose, kind of giving that one away, to say the least, as we're going to see them now on the defense. The defense. Nice longbow shot there from Tiny. He easily picks out a Wope, excuse me. A Wope getting awakened, really. As player number 7 and player number 3 are just around the corner from each other. Zapped. Clarity right here. Clarity. Where's the reaction time, my friend? Bomb is down. Sniffed. Casually made his way over toward A. And Tiny has reactive armor to use here, but he does have a only an EMC. So this could be a difficult gunfight for him to win. As the retake will come through. Nice line sight gain. Finds one. Give me 2. He doesn't even need a regular weapon to finish off that one, but it will be Jimothy who walk away with this one, getting that defuse in, and nice 2 kills earned. Really didn't actually have to use the reactive armor in that particular instance, and Kurtboy there with the defuse. So 5 rounds to 3. Jimothy, that could be advancing here out of the quarterfinals, but they're saying game 1 was a fluke. We should have won that round 11. This match, really, the series would be over if that was the case. But we'll see what Ohnose can try and do. We'll actually take a look at the payload progression. Do we have any streaks, really, for the side of Ohnose? Any positives, really, to kind of look forward to? And that is not the case. A Wope not close to the active camo, of course, already using that. And Tiny does have the reactive armor as well as a Scarab, so he's a big player when it comes down to these rounds. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if we do see him rock reactive armor here on offense to kind of clutch or close this one out. As it would be fair to see another B hit. A few players kind of lingering in middle for the set of Ohnose. Could definitely catch a few players off guard here instead of medbay, but why would you go this angle? Why would you go this way? Trapham's going to get shut down, sniffed. Watching his teammate get a little bit too aggressive, decides going back up. Says, I'm not going to make the same mistake as my teammate did. Now, what's the play call from Jimothy? They find the pick, and now they're going to back up. A worked for them last time on retaking it. How will it do on offense? Sniffed. Could spot one player just toward his right if they do make themselves known. So yes, he's going to call that one out to his teammates. Of course, they're already on the flank. They're already here. They're ready to go. Zapped. Awoke. They're here. Zap finding at least one. Sniff finding the other. Tiny and Kurtboy, they don't have a whole lot of time. Does Tiny rock the reactive armor in this situation? Does he try to use it in this case? But no, it's not going to happen. Kurtboy now all finding 3 players. Finds one. Give me 2. Kurtboy nearly did it again. Nearly had a replay of our map number 1 on Scorch, where he saw 3 players and nearly gets out a bullet. And he would, or really a bullet less, and he could have escaped out of that room and could have clutched it yet again. Another 1-on-3. Funny enough, that was what we just saw was round number 9. And round number 10 on Scorch, the exact same play happened, but he found all 3 kills. So, Ohnose somehow staying alive in it. How do they play this offensive round? Of course, Tiny still with reactive armor, but on the other side, Zapped does have that Centurion down. I was going to say, yes, might actually Vin to use it here, as they desperately need to get this plant down. This is huge. If they get the plant down, that Centurion's definitely going to play a huge nuisance. And you can see the guys from Jimothy immediately trying to get that rotation down. This is not going to be an easy retake for Jimothy by any means. They've got a man disadvantage. There's a payload already on the bomb right now. Kurtboy falls, and now Tiny coming from the back. This could be big. Finds one. 3 more, though, and he's not going to find that one. So Ohnose bringing it back around 11 here in map number 3. Of course, winner of this round advances. Loser is done. You're out. You're through. Trap him. Finding that kill just around the corner, as we'll see who will be on offense. And it looks like it is going to be the side of Jimothy. 12-6 for Tiny, 10-6 for Kurtboy. Reactive armor for Tiny right now. Is they're going to be making a B site push. You've got to imagine if you are the side of Ohnose, it wouldn't be odd at all to see them make even an A put or an A hit. So for them to kind of be focusing all this attention over toward B, is definitely telling. So with that, Jimothy, I like the play here. What they're basically trying to do is focus their attention over toward B, but be very quiet about it, be very slow and methodical about it, because they've definitely made a lot of progression over toward A. So there's no reason why Ohnose shouldn't have at least 2 players over there. So trying to psych out the side of Ohnose, making them make the mistake of not having as many players over here. But in the end, shots do get exchanged. Nades get thrown. Reactive armor for Tiny. He needs to be a big factor, at least finding 1 kill on this, but actually runs out blind. He actually rocks the reactive armor. Thankfully, he has a teammate there, but he gets dropped in the end. Clarity rocking the active camo. This is big. Is he going to find anyone, though? So 2 payloads get rocked. None of them really do too much damage. It really all is just a shot deflector in the end. And no, Jimothy, 2-on-2. They're able to get the bomb down. They're actually able to get the bomb down, and now Binks ends up dropping, and just like that, Jimothy will close it out. They allow the bomb to go down. Does Ohnose. They don't know how to retake it. And who else other than Kurtboy, the man who in the first game needed a clutch, does exactly what he needs to in the end. So major props toward the side of Jimothy, winning in game number 3, 6 rounds to 5. As this was definitely a very interesting series, to say the least. I was very surprised to see that. I actually like the little emote there at the end. Of course, shout out to COD Champs, shout out to the CWL Champs as well. But still, man, that's going to be, obviously, like I said, a very interesting series. So Jimothy ends up walking away with the victory. They win this one 2-1. And to kind of recap a little bit the maps that we ended up seeing, we saw Scorch go round 11. That one went in Ohnose's favor. We saw a 6-2, pretty dominant victory for Jimothy when it came down to retaliation. And then for map number 3 here, S&D on breakout. This one, in turn, now goes to Jimothy as well. So back at really 2 out of the 3 games, we end up seeing a round 11. So very, very close matchups here in our quarterfinal matches. That's going to do it for our first series here. It's obviously been a very interesting one. Of course, we do wave goodbye to Ohnose, but Jimothy, the team there will advance. Want to give a quick shout to our sponsors as well. Shout out to Zowie, brand by BenQ, Scuff Gaming, Acquire Clothing, and Origin PC. Guys, if you have any recommendations, anything that you guys would like to see on stream as far as teams, as far as anything regarding this tournament, feel free to let us know, along with the fact of certain tournaments that you guys would like to see broadcasted here live from the studio. Well, guys, like I said, that's going to do it for our first series. I've enjoyed casting for you guys, and of course, we'll have another matchup ready to go after this quick commercial break. We'll be back.